Yeah. And that video is really nice, actually. I shared that video all over the place with my students and stuff like this. I like that. I like that video a lot. And, it's very cool. So we said we are also here live on the YouTube, so you can see there. So you guys are all over the place. Tech friendly. Nev, I'm working from home as well, so I need to do a lot of things. But guys, so nice to meet you all. Everybody who is here, thank you very much to join us. I think we are physically, most of us are all inside houses and stuff like this, but we are only physical in a lockdown. In our minds, actually, we can go and do whatever we like. If we are not here locked down, we can do and be whatever, however we want on this, especially at this difficult time. So nice to meet you all. My name is Casquinha. I'm from Brazil, but originally from Guaratinguetá. It's in a very small, tiny city in the state of São Paulo. And I left Brazil when I was, now I'm going to reveal my age. That's not good. I left Brazil when I was 17 years old to work in a cruise ship. I worked in this boat with a friend of mine, Mestre Poncianinho, who lives in London now, and we worked together on this cruise ship for almost 2 years, performing with capoeira shows, music, dance, and I started capoeira. I was 7 years old in Guaratinguetá with Mestre Antônio, which is Mestre Poncianinho's father. And after 33 years, I'm still here, still in love with the art. My love and passion for capoeira just get greater every time. That's me. And now I live in Cyprus, in close to the Mediterranean, close to Lebanon, Turkey, Greece, and been here. In fact, 8th of April now is going to be 10 years that I'm in Cyprus. And like I said before, it's just been great. More I live the world of capoeira and more involved I get with the community, my passion and love for capoeira just grow more. And yeah, that's me. Living day by day, one day after the other. I am in Cyprus now 10 years, but before that I was in London for another 10 years, and before that I was in the cruise ship, like I said before. But I went to London in 2000, and I stayed in 10 years. I was working there with capoeira, doing shows, performing. And then after 2007, when the biggest crisis hit the world, the economic crisis and stuff, I wanted a different challenge in my life. I want something new. I was looking for something more challenge. So what I did, I was looking for some place to go. I got an invitation to go to New York, to America, and to Italy, to Mestre, and to Cyprus. But the students who were organizing stuff in Cyprus, she was very fast. So she sent an email, like within a week, we had an email, and all the information. Yes, she was very fast. And so I arranged, Mestre Peto, hey, meu querido, welcome. So I arranged everything very fast. We got this email from her that they're a group and would be nice to somebody to go. And I was looking to places to go. And I said, okay, I will go to check it out, how to see how it is and everything. And when I came here in Cyprus, I mean, if anybody knows this part of the world, Cyprus is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful places, I've been. You drive 30, 40 minutes, you are literally in paradise. So Cyprus is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. And I stayed here 10 days. I did some workshops, some classes, and I fall in love. I fall in love with the place. The people here are very familiar or very similar, orientated to very family orientated. So very close to Brazil. They're very close to the family. They're very similar to Brazil in that aspect. They're very close to their families. They're very close to the culture. So they like the tradition stuff. And they said, yeah, I mean, it's extremely hot here. It's awesome. So I said, okay, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna try. Why not? So I did. I came. I decided to come here. So I canceled the New York and I canceled the going to Italy. I didn't even go to try because I thought New York would be a little bit similar to London. You know, big city, running around everywhere, crazy. And then I decided, and then I came here, and the best choice I did. You know, here I found family here. Now I have my wife, my kids, and this is awesome. And yeah, yeah. I look my wife. I commented there in Greek. We are awesome too. There we go. There we go. So tamo junto, exactly. So yeah, and then I decided to come here, and I'm guessing I'm staying here for. I don't know if I'm going to stay here forever, but for sure I'll stay here for a very long time. And but my son's here. It would be nice to see him grow here, and it's awesome. It's beautiful. Guys, let's have a coffee together. Make your coffee. I can hear you very good. With me, the audio is okay, the video is okay. Now you can. Okay, let me try to change the. Wait, let me take this off. Got better, got better. Wait, you're good? Yeah, it's okay. Yes. So I'm putting back on. I think it's okay. For now, it's okay. Wait. Yeah. Let's keep going. Power on. Yeah. I can hear you good. Good. Bluetooth connected. There you go. So it's Bluetooth connected. Can you hear me now? All right. If can everybody hear as well? Oh, I can hear you both. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So and then I decided to come to Cyprus. Everybody's welcome to join us here and come to visit. You know, the islands is beautiful, very beautiful place. I do an events every summer. Not this summer, obviously for obviously reasons, but it's beautiful place, and I fall in love with the place. And here I am, 10 years after, I'm here, and it's fantastic. I'm also sharing. You guys should, yes, for sure. It would be a pleasure to have you guys here. You guys gonna like very much. Mestre Pedro is very close to me. He's in Athens. It's about an hour and 20 minutes on the flight. So yeah, he's on a flight. He's very close to me, and you can get in one trip. You can do all the Greece schools and the Mediterranean schools. How? Yeah, go on. Do you know? I don't think I had the understanding what I would do eventually with capoeira. When I first started capoeira, I literally started for the love of it. When I first saw capoeira on the street, I remember arriving home and saying to my mom, "I want to do that." I remember this. I was maybe my son's age, 6 years old, 7 years old, and I was thinking, "I want to do that." And we saw on the street. And then after, I said to my cousins of mine was doing capoeira in the academy there, but I had no money. I don't come from a very well family, so I had no money to join the classes in the academy. And I asked my mother, oh, it would be nice to do this at some point, one day, whatever. But I knew, back in the back of my mind, I had no pressure. I knew if I had to pay anything, forget about it. And one day, my mom came home from the supermarket and she told me, "Do you know that you want to do capoeira? There is a registration going on in this house down the hill, and they're registering for sports, and I think they have capoeira there. Why don't you go and check?" I remember this day. I remember telling you now. I remember myself running down the road, and then you could choose 3 sports. It was something joined with the government, with the municipality, with the capoeira school, with Mesentorn schools there. And I remember I went there, I chose football, capoeira, and judo. I never found out where judo class was. I didn't find out. I went 2 or 3 football classes, but it was very far, so my mom would never let me go because I was 7 years old. I was too young, right? And then capoeira was Tuesdays and Thursdays in the summer school quarters where they rehearse and stuff, was there. That's where my connection with red and white comes. The summer school is red and white, the color of summer school. And I started there, so I started going Thursdays and Tuesdays to this. I didn't have, I remember I did capoeira for 6 months of my first capoeira training with no trouser. And I mean, if you think of a kid now, bless me back then, I used to have a small T-shirt, a white T-shirt with no joke. I don't have that until now, but I used to have it. I took the T-shirt and I wrote with a pen on the T-shirt, capoeira, like this, right? Because I had no money to buy clothes or anything like this. And I remember this. When I tell people this story, I remember the moment. I remember writing in the T-shirt, capoeira, and I wanted to go to the school with that T-shirt. And my mom was like, "No, you cannot go to the school like this." And I was so proud that I was doing capoeira. I want to show them that I was doing capoeira in that T-shirt that I wrote down. I did capoeira for the first 6 months with no trousers, capoeira trousers. And for 8 years of my capoeira, I was blue belt already. 8 to 10 years of capoeira, my mom used to make capoeira trousers. In Brazil, we have pano de chão, is a cloth that you clean the floor, very white cloth. And she used to buy it as a bag. And she used to cut those bags and knit them together and make me trousers. For 8 years or 10 years, I used this sort of trouser to train capoeira. No. Yeah, man. No, but it was no sites to sell. Back then, there was no. The only access we had to capoeira information or capoeira news, I think, was one mag. I mean, it was no internet. It was no, so it was crazy. But I see. So I started capoeira was for the reasons why I started. And I didn't choose. I want to do this because I want to travel, or because I want people to know me, or because I want to. No, it's because I love the art, and it made me to connect to other people, to my friends. I had a lot of friends. It was me and another 50 kids, 100 kids. So it was the way the messages were doing the class to us. I remember every Tuesday and Thursday, the end of the class, this was one of the reasons I was going as well. In the end of the class, they were giving soup. So in the end of the training, they would give soup. You could eat the soup, and whenever finished, you could take home. So was a nice, was a way also to eat food and stuff like this. So yeah, that was my passion. This is how everything began. You know what I mean? No, I say some of stuff in the book. Yeah, the book. My book. It took. They want to soup. End of the class. Bring soup to the people, guys. I have a long story with soup because when I went to London, I worked in a soup shop called Soup Dupa for 4 years, selling soup in a train station. Crazy. It followed me around. Anyway, so my book, again, it happens just, I never intend to write a book or anything like this. But I think an artist's mind, it works, there's so much information, so much thing comes in your mind all the time, constantly. And now we will come to say hi. No, finish. So I was writing a lot of stories and poems, and I had a lot of information. And I started to put things together, and I thought maybe it's if why not share this information? Do you know what I mean? Maybe there is somebody there who'd like to read, to see. So I was gathering this information, these stories for many years. So the book, people like sometimes people buy the book and they read it now and they think that is my thoughts now. That was me 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. So there's stories there that are stories that I made up. That is some my mind, but 20 years ago. So it's not me now. If I write a book now, it would be something else, right? And but I had all those informations together, and I said, I'm gonna write a book. Was again a challenge for me if I was able to do and write a book. So I said I'm gonna divide that in 3 parts. So the first part was my life, my story, and tell a little bit about myself, and then stories, the stories that I gather, that I spoke to masters, situations that I see in rodas, situations I see in academies, and again, that person 20 years ago, right? So I wrote those things down. And then some stories that I created in my own mind. I have like one of the chapters is a letter to a slave. So there is another chapter is a dream that I had in different worlds with different masters, with capoeiristas. So it's very ludical as much as historical in from my perspective. Mestre Boca Rica, meu querido. Oh yes, Mestre Boca Rica. In fact, he was the person who did the preface. He did the introduction of my book. Mestre Boca Rica was the I need somebody to write something for me a letter to put on the beginning of the book. Well, so much, the book is so much, you can open in any chapter and read any chapter. It's not like a story from beginning to the end. That I asked Mestre Boca Rica, which is a good friend of mine. We know each other since I was maybe 12 years old. And I asked him to write me a letter about me and about the book. And he wrote me a letter, and this letter opens the book. So yeah, thank you, Mestre, and it's great, fantastic. So that's the book, and the book is online. Yeah. The book is online. People can check it if you just type Mestre Casquinha's book. It's in Amazon, most of the digital platforms, and people can you can get in digital format, or you can buy from paper format, and you can get a paper format. So, but it's there. It's something that I shared, and like. Fala, mestre Coreba, beijão, meu querido, saudade. if anybody, like a Paulo Coelho, an author, Brazilian author, said, if one person get changed, get moved by my stories or my music or anything that I write or anything that I create, for me was already worth have written. So that's how I think for everything that I do. I take that literally. If one person get moved or liked my music, my story, my class, one person was already worth me going there, have done the job, and that's it. Yeah, because we live in a we are living a Mastori Vargas say this a lot. We live in a very fast day, as a fast food, fast lyrics. People sometimes they ask for you, where's my when you go to capoeira in groups, and where's my belt? I want my is the fast. I want this very fast. Everything have to be. Now, white people sometimes they would pay for a cup of coffee $10, but they would complain to pay $10 in a capoeira class because it's not. You pay $10 for a coffee. You pay $10, you get the coffee. You drink the coffee. Is the reward is straight away. Capoeira class, you need to go, you need to train, you need to self dedication, you need to exercise, you need to put effort and work on it in order for you to get the rewards. So $10, that's going to be a little bit expensive now. But see how our mentality works. And that's why, for example, people putting content online on Instagram or YouTube and stuff like this, and people want to see extremely fast results. They want to get 1,000, 100,000 views, likes straight away. It doesn't work like this. You need to build. There is a process in order for that to work. But if you, like, for example, I have the mentality. I put my music out there when I have a new song, let's say, or a story, or whatever that I write, or a message on the Instagram, or anything that I do. I put out with that mentality. If you one person get touched by it, get moved by it, get inspired by one person only, and send me a message, oh man, thanks for that man, the music, oh I love that melody, but whatever it is, I think like my job was done. I don't need to have one. If I have 100,000 views, great, perfect, awesome. But if I don't have, I will my pleasure to have done that. It's great. It's enough for me. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you have that sort of mentality, you do for the passion, for the love of it. The consequence, I mean, what you're gonna get out of it, you will come. Don't rush. There is time for everything. Your time will come. No worries. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I think. Bonjour. Brasileirinho Senzalo. There's a lot of people here. Mestre Coreba, Mestre Boca, Carlos Nunes de Oliveira, Santoro, Cristiano Muzenza, Sorriso, Mestre Dini, Montanha Biribazu, Sansão. Fala, galera! Guys, very nice. Muito obrigado, todo mundo aí. It's very nice. This is networking. This is sharing. This is exchange. Again, I'm not here, or like I did another live the other day on YouTube as well, and I said, I didn't came here in order to impose anything. I come to share my ideas and also to how to say to share to capoeira is a road of two is a two-way road, right? One that goes and one's come back. So we are in that road together to share and yeah. Yeah. Well, we could go here, Pom Pom. I'm at home. I'm at home. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Now give me 1 sec. Can you hear me now? Yes, I can. Oh, okay. Because I have my headphone, and now because I'm also live on YouTube there, so people probably will be able to hear you also. All right. Sorry about that. You might just hear me double, but it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's not a problem. The video gonna be live there anyway for anybody who'd like to check. You know, my YouTube channel. I have YouTube channel. How you put what do you put first, and how you choose what you want to share. You know. I have my YouTube channel for a couple of years now, and it was very difficult. Was in the beginning, it was very difficult for me what to share, because when you don't have, I believe that now, for example, if I had started a new channel now, I would have a direction to go, right? But in the beginning, I was just sharing a lot of information. Like I was saying before, I had so much ideas, so much thing. I mean, when you are an artist, you have so much creativity. You are creating content non-stop. So, and you want to share that content at all the time. But you need to understand how the platform works in order for you to be able to have a people who follows you and understand your content, right? So I had the YouTube channel for a little while, and for a little while I stopped using the YouTube channel. I mean, I was using other social medias like Instagram, a lot of Facebook, that kind of thing, and I was not putting so much content on YouTube. But for the last couple of months now, I started to turn my attention to YouTube again. And when the crisis came now with the pandemia, the coronavirus, because you're staying so much inside the house, if the YouTube works as well in your favor, it helps us artists also with monetization. You help you to monetize your channel. So I turned my attention to the YouTube as well. And then I thought, okay, but because Quebrado, if we look, there is so much content. There is so much people putting so much content out there. The question that people should ask themselves is, what can I do a little bit different so people can also follow your channel? People can also see your content and stuff like this. Of course, I cannot go too much away from the things that I know and the things that I understand. And that kind of. So my YouTube channel is because I have so many different stuff there. Literally, the YouTube channel is like my mind. There are so many things that I put there, but I try a lot to keep as musical as possible, as interactive as possible, and as motivational as possible. So people who go to my channel, they will find not many, because there are so many people, and I say this very freely. There are so many amazing movers, capoeiristas out there. So many people who does amazing acrobats, amazing movements, amazing this, amazing. And there's so many people. I'm sure people will love. And it's not one of my passion. You know what I mean? Climb up the wall and triple somersault, and it's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I am so people in my channel, they will get involved with music. They will get involved with the philosophic aspect of capoeira. They were gonna get involved with cultural aspect of capoeira. That culture, 100% cultural aspect of capoeira. They're gonna get involved with me personally in the literally one-to-one, when I believe that capoeira is a state of mind, you know. So I do a lot of motivation speaker. So life is like this, or video that sometimes I put 1 minute, a 1 minute sharing video, literally a motivation, like a motivational speaker for capoeiristas, you know, people who, the way I believe that people should behave, the way I believe that people should see life in order for them to perform better in the roda, to perform better in the training, that kind of thing. So that kind of thing people will find in my YouTube channel, and not. They will see me doing a training, a sequence of capoeira movement, because I am a capoeirista, right? But not only this, because my mind works completely like this.
So basically, you're like inviting them to be in your own head and seeing what it looks like, capoeira. And also, actually,
Exactly.
What does make sense, because some of the videos are in your room, you're even inviting them to your house.
Exactly. Like the last live I did, I said the name of the live was have a coffee, talk about capoeira and poetry. Poetry in the sense of music-wise, lyrics, that kind of thing. So,
would you like to share the name of your YouTube channel, please?
My YouTube channel is Casquinha Capoeira. Everything I have is Casquinha Capoeira. Then just confirm.
I'm gonna write it here, Casquinha Capoeira. Let me know if I wrote it right. I left a comment in the bottom.
Casquinha Capoeira, exactly. So it's with underscore, so it's Casquinha _Capoeira.
Casquinha _Capoeira, guys. If anybody's there and want to write it for us, we'll be thankful for that. All right, Master. So here's I got for you. I have one. If you can give us 1 minute motivation speak about the state of mind that we're in right now. Not much physically what's happening outside, or advices how to wash your hands and how to stay safe, but more like for this and for connecting with capoeira or martial arts. Or
you know, I strongly believe that people now in this particular time that we are living now, it's everything in here. It's how you think, it's how you feel, because we are I think we are in the edge of people getting depressed, in the edge for people to feeling like don't want to get out from the bed. We're in the edge for people don't want to train. How many people you hear? No, I don't want to train. No, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to. Like we are in the edge for people for you to do this is like it won't take a people seconds. It's very easy for people to say I'm not training today. It's very easy for people to say I'm not joining the classes online. I don't want to do the class online.
Or even not eating healthy or not.
This especially is very easy.
You are hanging out on your own, away from everyone. Nobody can watch what you're eating.
Exactly. So it's a state of mind. It's a state of mind, and for me, state of mind is when you. It's like what does make you feel good about? What does make you feel great? And this is a question I do to everybody. What does make you feel good? And then you can say, oh, my kid, or sing, or do this. This makes me feel good. Okay, so you need to do those things for you to feel good. By feeling good, make you rethink positive. So if you say, what makes me feel good is to listen to music. Listen to music, and then straight away after listening to aerobic, or whatever you want to do, whatever it is, keep active, stay active. So anything that you do makes you feel good, do them straight away. And those things start from morning when you wake up, within the small tasks, like from making your bed and make your cup of coffee. Some people, they want to get up, they don't want to even go, they sit down in front of the TV and that's it. They leave the TV to go back to sleep, to go back home. And don't work like this. The state of mind is get up, do the small tasks that you do everything that you have to do, get ready for the day, even though that's meaning the day is stay inside the house. Like we said before, stay in the house, it doesn't mean that you are locked in the mind. You are just physically locked up, simply.
Por favor, tem dinheiro, a mamãe quer maratona.
Agora não tem, filho. Tem que esperar, beleza? Tá falando, talking about eating healthy. My son comes here. Can we eat McDonald's? depois o Pará vai falar com eles lá, beleza?
Nicolai. Olá, tudo
Manda um
bem?
abraço pra galera.
Ele fala oi,
Fala tudo beleza?
Tudo beleza?
tudo beleza? Eu não sei.
Beleza?
Tem que visitar Los Angeles um
A
dia.
gente vai lá visitar eles lá, beleza? Papai vai levar você pra passear lá em Los Angeles, na Disney.
No Hollywood.
McDonald's?
No McDonald's? Fala que o papai vai lá depois. Pera aí, fala, beleza, o Hollywood tá nice, para o McDonald's aí, vai rolar ou não vai? Não, so it's the state of minds that people have that I believe that will drive them through, you know what I mean, this hardship, this hard time we are living now. And so much so, these things like we do live, online classes, all these things should be motivating people to join, to support. Because talking about support, for example, if the communities of Capoeira don't support the teachers, don't support the classes, don't support the academy, when everything is over, we're not going to have nothing left. We're not going to have academy to train. We're not going to have teacher because the teachers need to go and find a job. Like if I don't have the support, I need to go find another job. That's me. I cannot teach my class. That's we're not going to have capoeira class here. And so much so for all the community. So now is the time that everybody struggle, but everybody struggle together.
You know, I'm doing the tax bids, and then one of the main, like the creator the other day wrote a really nice article. It was very touching, and then he wrote in there like, we're all in this alone together, you know.
Exactly.
That's like everything makes so much sense. We're all alone, but together we're alone. You know?
That's what I'm saying. We are inside that physically, trapped inside the house physically, but mentally, look where we are now. Today I'm in Los Angeles, and you are in Cyprus.
Man, just like you said, if we didn't get the virus or it left us in, like. When was it, of course, I go ahead and call my friends and do a chat, but like, look at the opportunity of me and you or us connecting, like you said, on the live or on a where everybody can join and ask questions and make a difference, you know. Thanks, Master. Next question.
Exactly.
My last question, I swear. My last question would be, you as a master, just an advice for capoeiristas, or what do you do, or what's your goal to keep people like loving capoeira and keeping in capoeira, or what do you show, or what do you present for people to fall in love with capoeira and stay in capoeira because of the art itself?
Now, whenever people ask me what's capoeira for you and stuff like this, what do you do? Sometimes you speak in Cyprus here, you speak to people and you go, what do you do? I'm a capoeira teacher, and they go, so what's capoeira? And it's very, very square just to say capoeira is a martial art from Brazil, mixed with dance and music. Finish. Sometimes I say, do you have time for coffee? Let's go and we chat, and then I'll explain to you what capoeira is. Because capoeira it goes beyond. Of course, capoeira is a martial art mixed with dance and music and culture and this, of course. But capoeira means so much more to me. For example, personally, capoeira for me it's what I like. Mas Pastinha said, capoeira is everything the mouth can eat. I would say it's everything the mouth can eat. Your eyes can see, your ears can hear, right? Your mind can think. I mean, capoeira allows you to go and to do anything you want. So basically, when I am practicing capoeira, the feeling that I have is the feeling of freedom, is the feeling of I'm capable of do whatever I like. In the sense of body-wise, I mean, I can take I want to be a singer in capoeira, I can sing. I want to be a fighter in capoeira, I can fight. I can be an actor in capoeira, I can act. I can be a teacher in capoeira, I can teach. I mean, capoeira is so much elements that goes around the art that's putting together, it makes capoeira. Because, sometimes you go to the roda and you see a lot of people that fights, and that's one element of capoeira, but that alone is not capoeira. And you go to capoeira as well, and you see a lot of people playing the roda, sometimes they're only dancing. That alone is not capoeira, it's an element of capoeira. Or doing only the part. No, when we put all these things together, and those things together, it makes capoeira what capoeira is. make capoeira so special. But capoeira, it means something to, capoeira is like love, right? It's like a feeling. It means something special to me, but it means something special to you in a completely different way, in a completely different vibe. It puts you in a completely different state of mind that puts me, right? So capoeira have all those elements that put us together. Look how crazy is this. Put us together within ourselves because it liberates on us that I'm capable of doing whatever I like, but put us all, over 20 million practitioners of capoeira, in one big community. This is, in fact, this is another life I would like to do at some point. The capoeira is self-sufficient. The capoeirista doesn't know that yet. But capoeira, the community of capoeira is self-sufficient, meaning that we are able to produce and to create to the community. And imagine we are over 20 million practitioners or people who are in touch with capoeira. 20 million people. You crazy? You can sell 20 million copy of your album, of your music. You are like a superstar. Do you know what I'm saying? You can have in your class not 10 people taking an online class. You can have 1,000 people taking your online class. So capoeira is self-sufficient. I would like to do one day a live talking about this, what I believe. And but yeah, when you talk to people about capoeira, you have to try to bring on them, make them understand how capoeira make you feel. Because when I see you and I see you happy, and I see you that you excel, good vibe because of capoeira, I want to do that also. What? But have you noticed sometimes you go to your students, I say to my students, this week is the friendly week, you guys can bring friends. Have you brought all your friends to capoeira already? No, I brought one person. Well, you say that capoeira is amazing, capoeira is so good, capoeira is this, capoeira is that, and you don't bring not even one friend to capoeira? You don't share. Like, can you not share and tell them how much passion and how much amazing capoeira make you feel? Because if a friend of mine comes to me to show me something that makes them feel amazing, I want to do as well. What?
100%, totally agree, guys.
Do you know what I mean?
There, you do capoeira, tell your friends, bring them to class, support your teachers, support your contact.
That's when I say to you, capoeira is self-sufficient. Do you know what I mean? The capoeiristas, when the capoeiristas believe on this,
people need to, they have to believe in it and they have to be aware of it, that it is self-sufficient.
Of course. But
if we support each other.
Exactly. But the thing is that everybody, everyone, every teacher, every instructor, every capoeirista, everybody in your life, you must and you should have a vision. And there is some stuff in your life that's, I'm sorry, but only you can see it. Nobody else. There is some things that some people might come to you and say, what are you doing? You crazy, whatever. But deep inside, only you can see it. And if you don't have a vision, stop and find a place that directs you where to go. You might not arrive in your destination because your destination might be something else. But if you don't have a vision to come here from here, you will never divert to go here, where you're supposed to go. You cannot just be here with no place to go. Otherwise, it will come down to the Alice in the Wonderland. Where should I go? And the cat asks her, where do you want to go? Because if you want to go anywhere, take any road you like, and you're going to end up wherever. But if you tell me, if you have a vision, you know where to go, I tell you more or less which road you should take. And us, as capoeiristas, as teachers, as artists, as people who provide content, and who speak to other people, we should have a vision where we want to get to it. As a capoeirista, why capoeira is so amazing? Why we want to have a vision into where we'd like to capoeira to be, to arrive, to become. And at some point, we will be able to give that, right? You starting your class?
I'm gonna start in 5 minutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and check out my Zoom. Okay?
Go for it, and I'm gonna do my berimbau. I'll play my berimbau for you then.
I'm gonna go ahead and start my class, and whoever comes into my class is gonna get a treat. I did not post it. I did not say Master Casquilla is gonna be in our class for the first 5 minutes or so. I just left them hanging.
And guys, for everybody who is there, whatever, I'm gonna arm my berimbau. Some people have a lot of problem in making their berimbau. So I'm gonna do it now, and people can get my tips in order for you to be able to string your berimbaus. Some people have a lot of problems stringing berimbaus. All right, so basically, there's two ways of doing berimbaus, okay? Of string your berimbau. First, find your good berimbau. You can find a base on the floor. So you can find a base on the floor there. See where you can reach your berimbau, okay? So you're gonna put your berimbau there. You can go. Some people they do like this with the berimbau in the middle, right, of the leg, so they can do there. Other people they do. Let me put the camera down a little bit so you guys can see. Other people they do like this with the berimbau like this. Some people they do with the berimbau there. I don't like to put my leg between the berimbau. So some people they use here the corner, all right, and they use their knees not in the middle, but below the middle of the berimbau, below, and then they used to do the pressure. Because I have some practice doing this, doing the berimbau, what I do, I put it here, if you guys can see here, I put my finger there, right? And I put the base of the berimbau on my foot, right? And then I use my base of my foot to hold the berimbau tight. I grab here where I showed you guys, and my thumb above the berimbau there, right? I pull down here, I put pressure, and I hold the pressure. I keep the pressure. I turn, I go back here, I go there, I go here. So you keep the pressure. Say the berimbau is there, then you do this. You hear the noise. You tie it here one more time. This tie is very easy. Look, you put it here, bring it here, tie there. Hit on the floor. Yeah, well, bro, no problem. You speaking to me, Quebrado?
I'm live right now, but I'm gonna finish in 10 minutes. He's gonna share some songs for the class what we're doing.
And then you have the berimbau ready. Of course.
All right, guys, I'm here.
Yep.
Whoever's watching still, whoever's joining my class, De Rosa, Suchi, let's go to class, guys. You guys can still master if you join the class. Bodgy is on the screen already.
Hey, Bodgy! How are you, Bodgy?
Yeah.
Tudo bom, querido? Beleza? Boa aula para vocês aí. Não sei, can you guys hear the berimbau? Can you guys hear the berimbau?
One of the songs that like taken over the whole world, the last like.
Peraí que fechou aqui a parada. Ah. Quebrado, caiu a conexão. The connection went off.
Pastor, just so you know, anytime you go live with anyone, after 1 hour, it takes you out.
Ah, all right. After 1 hour, it cuts you off.
All right, and then I was talking about the song, wow, that took over the whole world with you and Mr. Chushu.
Yeah.
Maybe it does, that'll be amazing.
Na Bahia que eu mandei fazer, na Bahia que eu mandei preparar meu patuá, meu pai, meu patuá, meu patuá para me proteger. Foi na Bahia que eu mandei fazer. Foi na Bahia que eu mandei preparar meu patuá, meu pai, meu patuá para me proteger. Fui convidado para uma roda gigante, com 2 pandeiros e 3 embal, e uma tabaque tocando maneiro sereno. Era hora eu sair pra jogar, foi na Bahia.
That was amazing, man.
Can you guys hear properly there?
I hooked you up on a big speaker.
Ah, cool. Crazy. Now, that song was beautiful, and hope you guys get good energy there for the class. Enjoy the class there, have fun.
All right, Master, thank you so much. If you want to share one more song with us.
Qual? Which one?
No toque da viola nesse jogo de Angola.
This song is very nice. A maré encheu, a maré levou, e foi no toque da viola nesse jogo de Angola que encontrei com meu amor. A maré encheu, a maré levou, e foi no toque da viola nesse jogo de Angola que encontrei com meu amor. E a maré encheu, e foi do lado de lá, conheci a Maria, na Maria do Camboatá. A maré encheu, bebê, a maré levou, e foi no toque da viola nesse jogo de Angola que encontrei com meu amor. E a maré encheu, e me trouxe pra cá, conheci Dona Maria do Camboatá. A maré encheu, bebê, a maré levou, e foi no toque da viola nesse jogo de Angola que encontrei com meu amor. Hey! Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado.
Quebrado, massa, thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoy. It was a great life.
I am so sorry I put you on a limit to talk. And I would
Fala, Mestre Chicote, meu querido. Um beijão, saudade, viu, cara? Espero que estejam bem, se cuida aí, fica em casa e tamo junto, viu? Um abraço, faz tempo que não se vê. Quebrado, um beijão, boa aula, good class for you guys there, have fun, enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Let me know, at some point we can do it again, another live about different topic.
So much again, whoever joined in, we'll be live again with Master Boneco on Saturday.
I'm joining.
With Master Boneco, come with the questions, guys. Valeu, obrigado.
Falou, Quebrado, um abraço.
You guys want to say anything to Casquinha, Master Casquinha? You can unmute yourself and say what's up. We have 4G from London on the screen. We have 4G over there.
Oh my guys. Have a great class, everybody. Tchau, galera. Um abraço. Thank you very much.
Here, shirt. Don't forget the shirt.
Oh, don't forget the shirt.
When in doubt, Ginga. This is the perfect time.
Exactly. When in doubt, Ginga. Keep strong and keep safe. Be home. Stay home. Bye. Ciao. É nóis! Até a próxima live.